How are you, students? Welcome to our English lesson. Today we are going to learn about transitivity. Specifically, we'll learn about transitive and intransitive verbs. To begin with, let's start by looking at transitivity. Transitivity is a property of the verb that relates to whether the verb can take objects. See these examples. I read a book. I send him an email. Here we are talking about verbs having the property of taking objects. In English language, a verb can be described as transitive or intransitive based on whether it requires an object to express a complete thought or not. Let's begin by looking at what an object is. An object is an entity acted upon by the verb, or it is a noun or pronoun affected by the action of the verb. An object can be direct or indirect. See these examples. Tatu kicked the ball. Now the ball is an object because it is acted upon by the verb kicked. Pili drew a cat. Now a cat is an object because it is acted by the verb drew. George gave me a puppet. And here you have two objects, that is me and a puppet. In this example, the objects me and a puppet are acted upon by the verb gave. And in this example, we have the direct object, that is the puppet, and indirect object, that is me. Now, what are transitive verbs then? Transitive verbs are verbs that takes objects, could be one or more objects. Now look at these examples. I ate oranges. Now ate is a transitive verb because it takes the object oranges. Charles bought her a car. Bought is a transitive verb because it takes the object her and a car. Kijangwa paints the house. In this example, paints is a transitive verb because it takes an object, the house. Now, to know if a verb is transitive, ask the question who or whom or what after the verb. Examples: John killed a snake. Then you ask, John killed what? A snake. And therefore killed is a transitive verb. I met her yesterday. You ask, I met who? I met her. And therefore met is a transitive verb. They wrote a book last term. Then you ask, they wrote what? A book. Therefore wrote is a transitive verb. Now, about intransitive verbs, what are they? Intransitive verbs, unlike the transitive verbs, are verbs that do not take an object. Examples: she laughed loudly. So laughed is an intransitive verb because after it there isn't an object. They play often. Now play is an intransitive verb because after it there isn't any object. Anna left. Now left is an intransitive verb. We walked to Kariako. Now walked is an intransitive verb because after it there isn't any object. She stood outside for a long time. Now stood is also an intransitive verb because after it there isn't any object. Note that we cannot ask the question who or what after the verbs laughed, play, left, walked, and stood. So for example, you can say, she laughed what? They play what? Anna left what? Okay, because these are intransitive verbs. So thank you very much. That is for today's session. We will proceed with other verb characteristics in the coming session. Thank you.